Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski, I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report where we will look for the best trading setups on the market. It's 31st of August, so we do have a last day of the month. We can expect interesting movements today, because traders will try to trigger or deny trading signals coming from the monthly charts and also weekly candles as well. Calendar was interesting today. We do have inflation from Japan, from Tokyo, which came better than expectations, and Japanese yen is stronger after this data. We had PMIs from China, which came better than expectations, and we got inflation from Eurozone, which came lower than expectations. That would be it for this week. We still do have GDP data from Italy, but they won't be so relevant. And as this is the last day of this week, that's interesting. PMI's data from Poland have this level of importance here, which is pretty interesting. And I think that's the first time that the PMIs from Poland or any data from Poland is in the calendar highlighted with 2 exclamation marks. That's pretty remarkable. Small things, but very interesting. Yes, so we will have on Mondays. Mondays are usually very quiet on the market, but this Monday will be interesting because of those PMIs. From China, we'll have retail sales from Australia, and PMIs from Germany, Eurozone, and UK. On Tuesday, rate statement from Australia, along obviously with the interest rate decision. No change is expected. As you can see, previous was 1.5, and now we are expecting this number to remain the same. Inflation report hearings from UK and ISM manufacturing PMIs from US. On Wednesday, GDP from Australia, rate decision statement from Bank of Canada, and PMIs. Continuation of the PMIs, this time by market, from Germany, Eurozone, and the UK. On Thursday, we will have continuation of the PMIs, GDP from Switzerland, trade balance data from Australia, a bit of a Fed speak. So FOMC member Williams will have a speech, ADP employment change, and on Friday we are going to have industrial production and trade balance from Germany. So the forthcoming week will be slightly more interesting than the previous one. The calendar will be slightly more busier than this week that we had now. Okay, that being said, let's see what is going on the charts right now. Maybe let's start with the gold, because yesterday when we are talking, we are in the negative territory. The price was breaking the lower line of the flag, which was actually a sell signal. Because, well, first of all, we had a false breakout above the horizontal resistance. Then we had a positive test of this level as a resistance. Then we broke the lower line of the flag, so it was looking excellent for the sellers. That was a proper sell signal according to the technical analysis principles. but the price reversed and came back above the lower line of the flag, which cancels this breakout, which makes this breakout here a false breakout, a false one. Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna change the color here. So the yellow rectangle is supposed to be the false breakout. The price comes back and now tests this resistance again. In the meantime, instead of respecting this flag, the price is respecting this wedge. What's the difference? Because this flag was a trend continuation pattern of the main downtrend, and this wedge is a trend continuation pattern of this short-term uptrend. Come back here, breakout of the upper line of the wedge, triggers buy signal. And now what is left is the super important horizontal resistance. This will be absolutely crucial for the situation of gold in the next week. So price closing above the 23.6 will be a proper buy signal. Price closing a week below will be a sell signal for the gold. So we are about to get a final signal, trading signal on gold, which will be pretty interesting. Now cable. You remember cable from yesterday when we were here and we said that the price will decline a little bit further. That's what happened here, and then they will try to test this resistance again, and that's what was happening, as you can see here. And our idea for this was a further drop, and we will see if it is going to happen. Remember, on a daily chart we are below super important horizontal resistance, which previously was a support here, 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 and here. Also, we do have a combination of the horizontal resistance and a dynamic resistance, this blue downtrend line connecting recent lower highs. And the price here is about to create a double top formation. The neckline of this formation is pretty clear and is this red line, green line. So price closing below the green line will be a proper sell signal. So in our system it will be something like this. We would have to go here for the proper sell signal. We'll see if it will happen here. So a double top breakout, sell signal, a test of the support, maybe a bounce, comeback, and boom. And we should see the breakout of the lower line of the flag. Why? Because that's what the technical analysis is saying. These are technical analysis principles. So downtrend correction, downtrend correction, downtrend correction, downtrend correction. What's next? Downtrend. And now FTSE, where we are on a very important support. Here, as you can see, this line is protecting FTSE since May, since the beginning of May, and it will be better on H4 chart. Downswing correction, downswing correction, downswing correction, downswing, downswing correction, downswing. That's the perfect scenario. Here it looks like we will have the breakout of the lower line of this formation. So at first here on the 15th of August this was respected as a support with a V-shaped reversal. Here we don't have this V-shaped reversal, we have a sideways trend, boom, and most probably we will have a continuation of this drop. So we are ahead of a major sell signal on FTSE. Euro-dollar head and shoulders formation breakout that triggered a sell signal which was denied. Situation pretty similar to this one on gold. So instead of the head and shoulder formation, what do we have here? Here and here, it's a flag. Flag is a trend continuation pattern. We should see the further upswing. Now we're having too many things. This head and shoulder is a history. This is still alive, this is not respected, so let's leave only important lines here. This is a flag. This uptrend line is not relevant. I even told you that yesterday that it's too steep, so a breakout of this uptrend line does not mean anything. The thing is, on euro dollar, that we are above the long-term resistance here, and the price is creating a flag in an uptrend. We are waiting for the breakout of the upper line of the flag and a test of this green line. The sentiment is positive even despite the fact that today we got worse CPI data from Eurozone. These are not changing much here in this history. Australian dollar to American dollar, no surprise here. We are telling you that yesterday. Downswing, correction, downswing, correction, downswing. Bounce from the long-term horizontal resistance. That was maybe not obvious because there are no obvious things on the market. But here we were expecting the breakout to the downside, and this is what is happening. Euro to Swiss franc. Maybe I don't feel bad that I didn't take this, but you remember we're telling this that price getting here will be a strong sell signal. Even if you had stop loss for 50 pips, now it would be on profit 120 pips, and that is an awesome risk to reward ratio, and that was an awesome trade. That was beautiful, perfect trade. Price is aiming horizontal support created by those lows, and we will see what will happen here. But if you open the position here and you had a stop loss here, fine, that will be 3-to-1 in terms of the risk to reward ratio. Reward will be 3 times bigger than loss. So even if we'll reverse here, well, that will be a great occasion to close the position anyway. That's an important support. You have a great profit, so everything is fine. Euro to Australian dollar. What do we have here? Is the price bouncing from the long-term trend line, breakout, come back here, breakout of this line, and the price is aiming the important horizontal resistance. That is what was expected by us, and that is what is happening here. Beautiful setup. American dollar to Japanese yen. I was thinking about positive signal here, but the price chose the otherwise. The thing is that we are still making higher highs and higher lows, so nothing is happening here. Only the price breaking those lows will be a signal to sell. So far, well, maybe not so good, because this reversal is not very, that does not look optimistic. But I think that the price breaking the black line will be a sell signal, because that will be a head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. A breakout of this line will give us a sell signal. This is the ultimate support here. It was defended recently here. This line. Price going below the red line is a sell. Euro to Japanese yen. So look, it is happening what was expected by us, that from here the price will make a correction. The correction is happening. We'll see how deep this correction will be. But in general, the sentiment is super positive. Maybe the weekly candle is not encouraging, because we do have a shooting star. But maybe next week will be negative here, but eventually we should see the breakout of this line. British pound to Swiss franc. Here there was a great occasion for buying based on the double bottom formation, but sellers failed. Buyers failed to climb higher. Still they have a chance for a head and shoulder formation. Inverse can show the formation, so a left shoulder head and a right shoulder, but for this we need to see the price on the checkpoint. British pound to Japanese yen. This is what was expected. So the price made a correction equality patterns here. This was not respected. This one was smaller. This one was respected. The price came below the horizontal support. The price came below the long-term uptrend line, which is actually negative, and we can have a further downswing here, but there is this ultimate support. Price breaking the red line will be a sell signal. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen, that was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I would enter a short position if the price would test the neckline. We didn't manage to climb to the neckline. The price reversed much faster, and now we are having a proper sell signal. There is a correction equality pattern. The price came above this horizontal resistance, then came back below, which is a false breakout. This is a false breakout here. So, well, we do have many sell signals in one place. Even the bounce from the 23.6. Usually 38.2 is more respected, but well, what can you do? And also this relation on a weekly chart, which is a deep downtrend here, and this candle should result with a further drop, aiming this horizontal support. And this is really great setup for the future. Maybe I will think about opening this for the future. Unfortunately, the swaps are negative, so for the long-term position it is not the best idea, but the setup from the technical point of view, like ignoring swaps, looks really good. New Zealand dollar to American dollar, that what was expected again. So double top formation on a combination of the horizontal resistance and the correction equality pattern. Breakout of the neckline, breakout of the lower line of the correction, and boom, a downswing. Now we do have a short-term sideways trend, but it should result with a further drop. A situation on a weekly chart is negative, on a daily chart is negative, on a weekly chart is negative, so this is a strong sell. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar is a bit stronger right now, but in general Australian dollar is stronger than New Zealand dollar. What we have here is a wedge. The price is making higher highs and higher lows here, and the price is in an uptrend as long as we stay above this. Okay, let me change the color for the black. Let's say as long as we are above the black line, the sentiment is positive. Canadian dollar to Swiss franc, that was beautiful, and we were expecting that as well. Left shoulder head and right shoulder, breakout of the neckline, breakout of the uptrend line, boom, strong drop. In terms of the risk to reward ratio, the sell signal was here, stop loss here 65, now 86. You already would be on the break-even point. Euro to New Zealand dollar, I'm waiting for the pullback to test this resistance as a support, and bullish reaction here, bullish bounce on the orange area, and on this uptrend line will be a nice buy signal. We will see if it will happen or not. I would love to see this happening. That would be a clean technical setup. British pound to New Zealand dollar broke midterm line of the symmetric triangle. The long-term line of the symmetric triangle is being attacked right now, but we still have the horizontal resistance here, And as long as the price stays below the orange area, I don't think that there is a proper buy signal. And triangles like that, we need to see the breakout of the horizontal resistance first. Only the breakout of the dynamic resistance is not enough. And a Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a negative territory in my opinion, even despite the fact of this upswing yesterday. But what is happening here is the price is inside of the flag pattern, downswing flag, most probably a downswing. As long as we are in a flag, as long as we are below the horizontal resistance here, as long as we are below the 50% Fibo, and as long as we are below the long-term downtrend line, I don't think that there is a buy signal on Bitcoin. Price coming back above the 50 and this downtrend line will be a proper signal to buy. As for now, I don't see the chance for a further upswing. And DAX still inside between the dynamic resistance and a horizontal support, waiting for the decision, waiting for the direction. And now let me recap the situation for you. And those were the instruments that we are analyzing this week. Gold, super important place. Breakout, come back above the green line, buy, bounce from the green line, sell. Cable, most probably a sell as long as we stay below the orange area. A sell signal will be triggered when we will break the green line. FTSE price closing a day or a week, a day and a week actually in this case, below the gray area, that will be a sell signal. Euro dollar price closing the upper line of the flag formation will be a buy signal. There is a positive sentiment on euro dollar. American dollar to Australian dollar sell, euro to Swiss franc sell, but watch out for this ultimate horizontal support. Euro to Australian dollar buy, American dollar Japanese yen still buy, euro to Japanese yen short-term sell, long-term buy still. British pound to Swiss franc, price on a checkpoint will be a short-term buy. British pound to Japanese yen, price breaking the red line will be proper sell. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen, that is sell. New Zealand dollar to American dollar, that is sell. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar, still buy. Canadian dollar to Swiss franc, too late to sell. Euro to New Zealand dollar, positive sentiment buy. British pound New Zealand dollar, price getting to the checkpoint will be a proper buy signal. Bitcoin, as long as we are below the blue area, there is a blue and a green area, there is a sell signal on Bitcoin. And then last but not least, DAX, which has no trading signal whatsoever because the price is in the middle of the sideways trend between the dynamic resistance and horizontal support. I'm very happy that vast majority of our setups, they worked out this week, so we got proper trading signals. If you use them, fair enough. If you didn't, fair enough too. I hope you did. I didn't trade this week. I'm going back to trading next week, and we will see if the technical analysis and price action will still be working. Well, obviously they will be working. So thanks very much for attending this daily analytical report. Small disclaimer, trading and investment in financial markets involves an element of risk. Do not forget about that, it's very important. Stay safe on the market, have a proper money management, risk control, and in the meantime, visit us, follow us on our Facebook, on our Twitter, YouTube channel, and our website alpari.news, because we have much more analytical content there, and I hope you will all benefit from that. So thank you very much, and see you in half an hour, because now a short break, and after that a webinar about my trading strategy, so live trading. Thanks very much and goodbye.